Blaised. Blaised. Get Blaised. Get Blaised. Blaised. Get Blaised.
welcome to my little speech. Everybody, welcome to my little speech, my little spiel. Long story short, I'm doing it this way so I don't forget anybody or anything. Because if I did it live or did it somewhere else, I'd forget things and I'd be mad at myself. Why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that? So I will be reading, just so you know. Wow, I could go off on a tangent here. Me as a character, Digital Efed character, and his greatness. Everybody knows how wonderful and great he is. Sean Shamrock. I won't. I'll save everybody all that bullshit. Um, you're getting little old Sean, little old me, minus the Shamrock. So heads up for everybody. What he and I accomplished together was a blast. Had tons of fun. It was a great ride off into the sunset. It happened and unfolded how it always did. I just played things out um, off the cusp, off the top of my head. And basically, I played the character of Shamrock. What would Sean say? Say the opposite, unfiltered. And that's what I did. So, what he and I accomplished together was awesome. I never wanted him to be stale and be the same old year after year after year. And the great ones in the real industry, as you know, are always take themselves and then multiply themselves by 10. And then, well, Shamrock wasn't really me. He was the opposite of my character, what I stood for, how I am as a person. I'd give you the shirt off my back. Shamrock would take your shirt plus somebody else's. I'm not that guy. But I never want to be the stale, same old guy. So I took a little hint from the real industry guys and gave my guys little twists and turns along the way. It was very organic and sort of happened as it happened based off of what people said or did. As we know, the 12,000 faces of Shamrock, all the different ones. And each one I had a blast. I'm not going to lie. Each one I, I had fun doing. The Shonky Tonk Man, Shanorma Bates, Sean Nerva, on and on and on. So, yeah, it was fun. But, you know what I mean? Keep all you guys on the feet, on your feet, wondering what the hell is he going to do next? Keep the haters wondering, hmm, why didn't I think of that? I didn't do that. How come I never did that? That was a good idea. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, Shamrock wasn't really me, and that is what it is. Um, I did used to do the GM wrestling booking thing on my own, audience of one, myself. Ever since NWO, Nintendo had that WCW NWO wrestling game in '98. I used to do it as a hobby. That's where the ranking points came from, and that's where it all started. I used to do it by myself for fun, book matches, watch it going down, because it was more real than really wrestling, right? Because wrestling, as we know, is predetermined winner. This world that we live in, anything can happen, and it does. So I did the ranking points back then and let it all play out. And then I stumbled upon it once I was scrolling on YouTube, and there was Blaze, Tyler, Pete doing the exact same thing, but on the worldwide net on YouTube. I was like, what the hell's going on here? How many years later was that? But that was kind of cool. And that's how it all started. And that's how I did my own company, still running, Monster Factory Wrestling. I enjoy doing it 3 times a month. And I still come out and hang out with you guys. Shamrock shows up, Tripper shows up. Wouldn't be a speech without Tripper. Tripper is always up in my business. Everybody knows this. She's the co-host. And yeah. I'm sure if Shamrock was here, he would be like, it's still real to me, damn it. I'm still real to everybody, damn it. No, Shamrock, you're just a figment of my imagination, and I let you play when I wanted to. Now I gotta lock him up like a genie bottle and not let him come out to play. It was fun while it lasted, and yeah, I won't let his voices take over my head right now. He wants to speak, I won't let him. Stay down, boy. Stay down. This is just humbly me thanking and being welcomed by most and many in the digital wrestling community. And looking back at the end of all this is being kind of surreal looking back. But that being said, I'm more than okay and thankful to Greg. Not enough people get to thank Greg, the man behind the mask. Blaze. But he's Greg today. Deal with it. This could be personal for you and Pete for having the wonderful, wild, and wacky world that we all discovered because of you guys. And we get to go visit, have some fun, and then come back to our real world. It is what it is. It's kind of fun. And last but not least, thank you to Greg and his company, LTD, for tipping their hat and a wink and a nod of acknowledgement to Shamrock and myself. I'm the man behind that mask. By forever cementing his legacy besides some of the most wonderful, real, most deserving individuals before me and those to come after me. If Greg picked you for this, you deserve it. Now we get to be the wise men and wise women for the next generations to come. If they want to pick our brain, they know how to find us, and we can guide them in the right direction to get things as right as they can. And don't forget, you're here for fun. That's number one. When you start losing that sight, that target of going to let loose, have some fun, it's time to move on. It's pretty wild, all of us in the Great Hall in LTD. We all had different paths to get here. The real people behind the characters and the characters, we all had our own paths to get here. But in the end, we're all here together, side by side, exactly where we should be and deserve to be. I applaud everybody, past, present, future, and the class of 2023. We did it, we got here, and we all had different blood, sweat, and tear stories. The characters and the real us while everything was going on. I applaud you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Greg. Be well. And as Shamrock would say, boom, shakalaka.
What can you say? What can you say, folks? It's one way to start it out with the legend, Sean Shamrock. Very well said. Now that it's first I heard that. I should have left that for last instead of first. I didn't. The soliloquy there of Sean Shamrock. I appreciate all the kind words. One, I did not plan. I had an outline. I wasn't planning on inducting anyone right off the bat, but and I do have someone special possibly to come on later and do some semi-inducting of the hall. But we have 4 new members of the Great Hall, very deserving members, our first ladies of the Great Hall as well. We will go over here as I bring up the slideshow the members of the Great Hall currently, and I try to stick with people that are retired. Otherwise, I'd put almost all of you in the Great Hall that are in the company now. But you might want to wonder, you might want to know what am I doing? Where the fuck is Blaze? What is he doing? why is he like, where is he? Well, you'll see this picture again later on as a reminder of where I went and what I tried to do, not only for this company, but for everybody that's associated with LTD since day one. I'm in the Atlanta sewer. 3 years ago, I had to come down to this sewer outside of my company. And outside of my company, I had to go into this sewer area to fight someone who we all know as Lord Amadeus. However, I went into this sewer to fight a man named Lord Amadeus, but knew I was also taking on the Maestro. We'll talk about the Maestro soon. Unfortunately, we will discuss everything that's come up to this point in LTDs, all the way back to the Stable War, the end of Stable War. And we'll be talking forward into what we're going to find out today. In the Masquerade Ball, we have a lot of surprises. But I have returned. We're in Atlanta today for the Masquerade Ball. I know how to defeat the Maestro. I know how to get rid of this demon. And this demon has already tried to infest several members of our company. And before it gets too bad, I've come down to this sewer area, the same place that I defeated Lord Amadeus while the Maestro was inside of him in 2020. But the demon came back. Now the demon is not inside Lord Amadeus, but LA is on the SS Aftermath. He will open our show against Mark Caliber, a very familiar opponent. But what we're really trying to find is who is infested by the demon this year. It's on the SS Aftermath with Lord Amadeus. So we're going to have to try to find out who it is. But I have the tools to get rid of that demon. I've done it before, and those tools are right here in the sewers of Atlanta where that demon manifested itself at first. So one thing I have to say, I hate people that wear sunglasses indoors. It's stupid. But I've had a full mask and hazmat outfit on down here because I know exactly what I'm dealing with. That demon may not be here, but I know it originated here. And I'm going to do my best to eliminate it before it gets any more of you. We have a lot to cover. We have the past, we have the present, we have the future of leaning towards death wrestling, but all of it could not be possible if it wasn't for each and every one of you out there. I salute everybody stopping in. Andrew Dubb stopped in earlier. Wally's in the building. Solo Season, the man behind Jay Savage, is here. Angelita, going to see her mother get inducted into the hall today. Chuck's in the building. Mrs. Utaker showing up with one of the members of the current Great Hall, Mr. Utaker himself, dressed to the nines for the occasion. And we'll see some people in costume today, some people not. Triple Beat is in the house. What's up, up? Triple Beat, beat. We got odds. What's the odds that Beat and odds are here? I don't know. I guess it's 100%. I guess it's 100%. I love it. Joker's in the building. There he is. Always correcting me when I'm wrong. One half of our tag team champions here. Crushing Kelly's in the building. We do have a couple title matches today. Internet title and the Battle Queen title. We'll go over the big matches that are coming up in these cards. Oh, my goodness. Get the fuck out of here, Rex. Are you serious? You're not allowed back. You're never coming back. End of story. Bottom line. Finito. Enjoy typing in the chat every once in a while. And just be lucky I'm keeping you a moderator so no one can time you out. Because you know you'd be sitting in the pissy corner all by yourself. Don't make me bring out heel Blaze. That's another reason. Once I'm down here, the evilness is everywhere. Down here in this Atlanta sewer where Lord Amadeus, even in that other company where he originated from. I'm going to put that demon and all those demons back to where they came from and get LTD back to where it should be once again. So we will have a special inductor to induct our 4 members here as we go through the slideshow. But, oh, geez. Count Z's in it. Oh, geez. Drum Monkey's in the house. That's right. Shamrock, you heard his speech. Very personal. Very, just like Sean. Love him. Love him to death. He's the reason I'm still doing this and the reason I grew the channel. There was somebody out there that always say, show more, Greg. Do more of yourself. Go outside the box. Do more than just wrestling. People really enjoy what you do. Give it a shot. So I appreciate those who got to know me even faster and knew how to just, nudge me a little bit. Kick me in the ass when I needed it kicked. But that's why I defend each and every one of you guys and gals out there so much. We'll go over the members of the Great Hall. We'll talk about what exactly is going to go down today as well. We got several guests I'm going to bring out here as well. And we're going to be back, of course, we're going to play some stupid commercials and stuff before we do anything, right? All right. So we're going to go to some dumb commercials, and we'll be right back. Bring up the slideshow. I got a bunch of guests waiting to come on. If you want to be a part of it, we're going to talk shop with those of the LTD, the Leaning Towards Death Wrestling, and the Combat Kingdom right here on the Blaised Radio Network here on YouTube. And we will be right back. I always say that, but I don't really need to say it because I got the little guy that's going to say it, right? Go say it, little guy. Where's the little guy?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots in disguise.
It's the Decepticon communicators! Get more Autobots!
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Transformers from Hasbro.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Blaised Brew proudly brings to you Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. Comes in a wide variety of flavors and colors. Available now at your local liquor stores, beer distributors, grocery stores, gyms, hairdressers, gas stations, restaurants, doctor's offices, pubs, bars, brothels, strip clubs, and street corners. Eliminator Beer, get one now. You won't be disappointed. You'll be shit-faced drunk. Are you a digital wrestler? Are you struggling mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? Well, there's a place where you can turn all that around. Founded by myself, your boy Blaze McCoy and Ripper Springheel many years ago, the Madness Asylum has assisted in many career transformations. Those like Drum Monkey, Wally, Blade Charge, That Outlaw, Andy Price, Shifty, Mark Caliber, Bone Dog, Atticus Black, Brooklyn Joker, Crushing Kelly Black, Hot Cheese, and even the Goddess of Pain. Modifications will be made to help rehabilitate, refocus, renovate, rejuvenate, and resurrect your wrestling career. Anyone can be MAD, but only a few can be Madness Asylum disciples.
There you have it. I'm going to get out of this stinky sewer here as soon as I can and get to the arena. But today's the Masquerade Ball, a fun show that we normally do here. I thought about a little costume, but someone else had it. But I have something of theirs that they may want to get back later. You might be able to see it. Deep down in here is a lot of bad fumes, but I got Spider-Man's head. I'll give it back to him for his match. Spider-Man, yeah, that didn't work out as well as it was supposed to. I didn't feel like putting my green screen up. It stinks too bad down here. Now I'm breaking the fourth wall because Shamrock felt like breaking the fourth wall, you fucker. Sons of bitches. Thank you, Laugh Track, for saving my ass whenever I do something stupid. All right. It's not about me. Never was about me. It's about the people we can bring together. Like Selena, even though she scares the piss out of me. Like Chuck, even though he weirds the freak out of me. Those like Tiffany, I always shake my ass to her theme song. Those like Jesse Jackhammer. I'll get my title back over there, Jesse Jackhammer. You will rue the day. I don't even know what that means, but I know bad guys say it. You will rue the day. You bitches. Day ruers. Don't be ruining all the days out there. All the days of our lives. Oh, that's definitely not what I want to do. Oh, no, I'm too small. How do I get back to where I was? Oh, that's just me. No, that's too big. There we go. Happy now. Woo! Sorry. The fumes are starting to get to me down here in the sewer. We were just talking about the MAD. You saw the commercial. We had 8 teams compete in the Stable War Man, that was insane. It feels like forever ago, but it feels like it took forever. And we even shortened the stable war. The Madness Asylum Disciples. And there's Azrael tag along, the newest member of the Disciples, showing up late. Yeah, I'm going to chug coffee. That'll help. They weren't supposed to be a team. They were never a stable. You heard the commercial, what they're all about. They felt to come together. Number one, they started to come together right now over me back when it was the Carnival of Nightmares and the Evil Circus and all that rigmarole that those fellas brought towards us. Well, the MAD, congratulations to them, your stable war champs. Hey, they're on a belt collecting. Well, today we'll find out. With the Internet Championship, it's their second shot. Azrael, who just ever so ignorantly bumped his way onto the show. Fucker. By the way, if anyone wants to check out, I say bookmark that bitch all the time. I mean it. All the information you need to know about leaning towards death wrestling is on this website. It's only like 2 pages, too. I'm trying to keep it simple for a bunch of simpletons like me. Simple. So, check out the website, bookmark it. All the match cards are up there. We will talk about the big matches, but we got 3 shows this weekend. 3 Supercards that I want to talk about. But let's travel on down the road. Not the yellow brick road. We're going all the way back to Stable War, September 30th. The MAD defeated the Red Lounge in the finals. Just destruction. Tiffany did get the only win for the Red Lounge, but destruction. MAD claiming that championship, and ever since then, they got the world title with Blade Charge. They got the Crazy 8 title with Atticus. They got the Blitzkrieg championship with Matt Outlaw. They got the G6 championships with Outlaw, Bone Dog, and Shifty. They got the Double Dutchess championship with Kelly and Emily. They will try for the Battle Queen title, the Tag title, the Tap Out Princess title, and the Internet. There's 4 titles left, and they will hold every championship. Whether they hold them all together is another story, because they will be defended these next couple days. Patty's in the house. Good to see you. So let's go back to history before we bring on some of our guests, talk about what's going down today. Champions right now here in leaning towards death wrestling, as I stated, majority of them, MAD, have started to collect the gold. Like we've always wondered, like, will there be anybody that will win all the championships from a stable war victory? Well, we're kind of seeing it right here. So far, so good for the MAD. Can they finish the job? We'll find out. Boy, my video is a laggity lag. I don't know why it's not working. Ooh, I might have to kick all you guys out and you have to come back. Let's see what I can do here. There we go. It's catching up now. Let's get rid of this banner. Anything else open? We started with game night. Game night was a while ago, where we awarded all kinds of prizes. People got matches, or we did 3 reward shows from it. We had our legacy card. The reward shows were just you guys booking matches, and man, I love when you guys book matches. They're always really phenomenal. We got back into the 4 brands. The legacy brand, we saw Killer Neptune win the first SS Aftermath match with Lord Amadeus, as we tried to keep the Maestro away from us for the whole month of October by putting him on the SS Aftermath. He'll have a match today on the boat, but there is also a demon on that boat. After the legacy show, oh, come on now. We had the Empire show. The Empire show was in Chicago. We saw Neo Extreme win a 15-minute Iron Man match over Cody Hagan. We did a women's bonus match with Jen, got a big win. Gav, 2 out of 3 in his gauntlet match. Jay Savage won a chamber. We were doing qualifiers all this time for the Golden Pyramid event, which would be an opportunity at the World Championship. So unbeknownst to the competitors, they were winning singles matches, but didn't realize they were qualifying until we made that announcement. The Lethal brand, those like Dragonheart, Aaron West, R-Man True, Counts Wraithnock, Doc, they all qualified. And then Red October hit, and the first of our Supercards, Lord Amadeus defeated Paragon. We saw Turmoil win a grudge match over Jesse in a cage. Tiffany with a win over Carmen that Odds selected. We saw Blitzkrieg Championship qualifiers. The Blitzkrieg title, Matt Outlaw won. Atticus won the Crazy 8 title that night. We had this match that started a lot of controversy here in LTD. A match that we've waited for decades. Literally. Longer than we've been on here, longer than I've known any of these 6 women, this match wanted to happen. I had the ability to make it happen last year, and it didn't fall through. This year, a story in LTD that's only a year long, but years longer was this match. We finally got a picture of what happened after the match. Problems arose, to say the least. Firestars in the house. Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Keep the thumbs up coming. We're going over what happened. We will go over what will happen. And then we'll bring on some guests here to talk about what's happening right now. So after this match, Cougar Goddess and Lita got the win. But what happened after the match is what really got us all concerned. The attack of Cassie Madam Red. You could not tell who did it, but it was in the back. This hooded individual, and we knew it was a large individual that attacked Cassie. So immediately I was thinking it was a woman, hoping it wasn't a man beating up Cassie in the back, because that adds a whole bunch of extra problems. But this individual attacked Cassie. We didn't get to her in time. She did end up having to go through concussion protocol. She did end up in the hospital, but I'm glad to say she did make it out of the hospital okay, enough to fight the next week. She did win the Tap Out Princess Championship back, but this was the beginning of something that I didn't realize was happening right under my nose. Even though I did everything I could to keep that evilness of the Maestro out of here, I think it's crept back in somehow. I immediately started to blame Jessica and Selena. They fit the bill. They never really out to find friends. Destruction is all they talk about. So why wouldn't it have been them? But it wasn't. We found out who it was, and they'll be fighting today, and we'll talk about that a little later. I can only talk about that for so long before I get a little upset. So we will hold off on that discussion until we get to that match later on. Because that person also abducted Evie Bloodyard, for those who haven't been paying attention. Wrestling Mama came to their defense, decided to challenge both Selena and Jessica to matches. She's won 1 out of 2 of them, but we found out it wasn't them. We'll talk about the big red bitch here in a little bit. But tonight we have Mark Caliber going after the Internet Championship. One-on-one, your lethal champion. That should be Azrael Black. It's not Mark Caliber. It's Azrael Black. Mark Caliber did not get that internet title shot. Why did I have Mark Caliber on there? No one told me. I was waiting for Brooklyn Joker to tell me about messing that up. That's not Mark Caliber tonight. It's Azrael Black. Azrael Black will take on Riley Wolf for the Internet Championship. Oh, that was last week. That's right. I'm back at Red October. I'm sorry. Mark Caliber lost his opportunity. I'm ahead of it myself. Mark Caliber lost his opportunity at Riley Wolf here in Red October. I'm telling you, these fumes of this sewer are really getting to me. Yeah. Cover it up with the laugh track, Blaze. Drink some coffee. It's not your coffee. This is your coffee. Never claimed to be perfect, people. Never would. And there might be a shot of whiskey in my coffee or 2. Blade Charge did win the championship off of Mike Wasson. No hobo today, Kelly. I can't deal with that. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do that to myself. I botch on purpose to prove that I'm human, people. Come on. You know me. I'm just out to show people that we're all human. So those mistakes are totally on purpose. So Blade Charge became the world champ for the third time. And we went to more shows here this month. The Battle Queen special, we saw Misha Ramji go through a gauntlet where she won 4 matches in a row before Cassie defeated her. Cougar Knight win a shovel match. Goodness gracious. And Kelly and Emily won the tag team championships on that fight. Then we went to the Madness Asylum. I loved it. We saw Brother Chuck now, not known as Big Chuck, but Brother Chuck. And Chance Harper qualify for the Crazy 8 title match. TJ Toad as well. We saw the debut of Aiden and Jeff in the tag match that we won't use anymore because it's like a 30-second match. Or a 3-minute match. But it was a knockout in like 30 seconds, so we did have a rematch on that later on. Neo Extreme won a blood elimination to get into the Crazy 8 title match. J-Dog won a Crazy 8 blood. And Outlaw, Bone Dog, and Shifty won the G6 champ. The MAD just continues to pile on titles. Then we went to New Orleans. Jamar's in the building. Good to see you. I don't have to. It's all the fumes down here, man. It just, woo. If I got to take a shit, I'm actually sitting on a toilet. So you all won't even know if I actually take a dump while we're here in the sewer. It's just going to float right down the sewer. So, sorry. Yeah, Stinky is right. All right. But I liked it. This was a very fun event. Here's what it turned out to be. Former champion Kelly Mavericks got the bye into the finals of the Golden Pyramid. And we had 16 qualifiers, which won their singles matches, then won a Crazy 8 match just to fight in a triple threat match and lose to Kelly Mavericks. So Kelly Mavericks proved he deserved another world title shot. And that's how we work around here. No automatic rematches, but you will be thrown into qualifiers where you'll have another shot. We got Morgan Nightwalker in the building, a member of the Great Hall is here. And if you missed the very beginning, if you're just joining us, we did a pre-show celebration of the 4 inductees. We will talk about them, induct them in. We'll actually have one here that will talk live as well. We'll get to that. But this whole event did showcase 16 individuals who stepped up to the plate to get so close to that world championship. And when you get that close and taste it, ooh, it just makes it even more sweeter to try to get back. Jeff Matthews in the building. Good to see you. Jeff Matthews not allowed to dress up like a dinosaur today. Or on Halloween. We know Rex ain't around here, so no baby Rex, no TJ the cat, no D-Train the chicken, no obvious. We're going brand spanking new this year. We got to mix it up. Lala's in the building. Welcome in, because I get my way all the time, right? Yeah, right. All right. That was the Golden Pyramid, which now crowns Kelly the #1 contender. He'll get a shot at that world championship. Then we doubled up. You guys, because sometimes depending on who you're with, you got to double up. Always use protection. The Mass Hysteria was Lethal and the Legacy brands. We started getting Blitzkrieg qualifiers. We settled a few feuds there. Aiden and Jeff did win their rematch. And Jamar won his match against Atticus as a challenge match. We went to LTD Offering. More qualifiers. Matt Storm winning the first ever Lethal and Internet title shot. Very interesting. Azrael cannot dress up as a ninja. Correct. No Crimson Ninja for Crimson Ninja. No, Yoshi, that's close enough. Too close to a dinosaur. You're trying to defy me. And that brings us to the niggity now, brothers and sisters. And we're going to get to the good stuff and the great stuff right here today. This was our schedule for this month. I told you we had 5 Supercards. That's incredible. But now we're getting ready to. We're going to go to commercial. I got to get out of this sewer. What the fuck? Is that you? Oh my goodness. I know we're in a sewer, but it smells like something died down here. Well, in the sewer, something probably did die down here. We'll be back after these commercials. Oh my God.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Invasion of the muscle things. They've come to drive America nuts. They're ugly, they're weird, they're tiny, they're terrible. And they're pink! There are hundreds of them. It's an epidemic. That's going crazy! Muscle things. Hundreds of different, I don't know what. They run in packs of 4, 10, or 28. Sold separately, new from Mattel. How many can you capture?
Hey, guys and gals. Cassie here, reminding you to stop into the Red Lounge. We're open 24/7, 365. So come in. We're the only place in town where every story has a guaranteed happy ending. You're watching Leaning Towards Death Wrestling with your boy, Blaised McCoy, on the Blaised Radio Network. Make sure to check out all of his shows every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. He's putting the unity back in community, right here on YouTube.
All right. Let's get back to it. I'm inside now. Whew. We're like right under this fucking arena. It stinks so bad. But I did get what I needed to get down underground. Oh, the clothes still stink like ass and vomit and balls and dead rats. And all right, back to the show. Anywho, the Great Hall. We have 2001 to 2003 was the era where it was just an Efed. We had our message board. We had a GeoCities website where I stuck these pictures. With some of these are screenshots from a real old video game. I don't know, you guys that are big wrestling gamers may be able to pick it out. I don't know, but really old. I was doing the same thing that we do now. I was taking screenshots of a video game from, I think it was a WCW game, possibly, that I could create characters and take screenshots of. But these are the original Great Hall members from the first run of LTD. Venom. I don't know. It wasn't No Mercy. I think it might have been a WCW game. Bane. Not the Bane from Batman, but a Bane from the UK. Actually from the UK. Frank Roberts was from Australia. I think it was WCW Nitro. Seth Headbuster Fireburn, another person from the UK. Legion, a group that I did bring to LTD Digital Era for a little while. Murden and Barabbas. We had Mordrin versus Murden matches that were fucking really fun to call. Oh, for fuck's sake. Robert Young, Bob Yabo Jr. from Australia. He was the first ever LTD champion. There's a trivia question for you there. Poltergeist, a pain in my ass, like Bill Haight, Sean Shamrock, Mordrin Nightwalker, Frozen Rage, all the people that pissed me off in the last 6 years. That was Poltergeist back in the day, that little bastard. Shout out to you, the passion that kid had. Inferno JD Ways, another UK member. Neon Parker Lewis, not to be confused with the TV show Parker Lewis Can't Lose. And Scott Royal, he was double inducted because we went to the Facebook era in 2015 and the digital era in 2017. So I really can't say, if I want to be honest, that LTD's been open for 23 years. There's a 10-year lull in there where it didn't really exist until I brought it back on Facebook. The members wanted me to bring it back, and that's how it came back to this. We added members, and this is a teaser for the digital card that we're going to be releasing for the Great Hall members of 2022. The digital members, finally, I did not want to do a Hall of Fame because everyone gets butthurt and people get pissy about it, and it's a big problem, and this guy shouldn't have got in, and that person shouldn't have got in, and I've watched that happen for literally decades of e-fedding and WU and here and YouTube. So I decided not to have a Hall of Fame because I would think everyone's Hall of Fame worthy, or that I wouldn't have hired them and brought them on. And that is true. But those who are retired, who are done, who weren't back, I wanted to honor them somehow. So we brought the Great Hall back in. Stole that from my Steelers. They have a Great Hall in, I still call it Heinz Field. But D-Train, Lord Amadeus, did make comebacks. Pete Wall made a short comeback. Mr. Utaker retired. Mordrin retired. We had a great series of matches with Mordrin last year, closing out his career here in LTD. Scott Royal, he was already inducted. Yes, I know. People brought that out and let me know. You can't induct him twice. He's already in the Great Hall. Yes, I can. I inducted him for the digital era. And he was the transition between the original Efed and the digital era. So now it comes to 2023. Honestly, this was done so organic. I had nothing written down. Like in the middle of a show, I was like, let's induct some Great Hall members and not wait till the end of the year. Literally in the middle of the show, I had no idea who I was inducting. I didn't think about it. I didn't even think about the fact we had no women in there yet because the Battle Queen division started like 2 years after we started. We were only men here for 2 years. That's because Susie was doing Elite Extreme Women. I let her have the women. I was the guys for a while, and then we both started, dipping into each other's pot, and it was one little community turned into one big community. And that is why I'm here, to put unity back into the word community and bring people together. And I enjoyed every day. Sean, underneath those sunglasses of mine, did bring a tear to my eye. I am an emotional guy. And Sean's word did get to me. I know, Sean, you're wondering out there, did I make him cry? He's wearing glasses. I can't see. I want to make Blaised cry. So you guys know I get emotional about what we do here because it means so much to bring people together. I've had ins and outs, ups and downs with a lot of people out there. And this guy included. I'm going to bring in to induct and have a little bit to say about the 4 inductees, because personally, professionally, and outside of the game, this man has connections to these 4. And I thought about it. I didn't ask, but when someone brought up the fact that it could be a possibility, I thought there is nobody else that I would want to come on and talk about these 4 individuals than this person. Yes, Monstar, blah, blah, blah. So without further ado, a member of the Great Hall, here to induct the 4 new members of the Great Hall here in 23, the legendary Mordred Nightwalker. And a black screen. There he is. I'm not the only one having technical difficulties.
What the fuck is up, everyone?
Expect nothing less, my friend. How are you?
Doing well, thank you, and great to be here. I mean, I knew I had to be here for this one. As you mentioned, I know all 4 of these people so well. So, you go back to the rivalries with Bill Haight, with Eternity and Ruthless, and we were never on the same side. And hopefully you can still hear me. I'm having a little technical issues here.
No, you're coming through. Freezing up, but I still got audio.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on with that stupid thing.
No. I just didn't want to be the only one to have technical difficulties, so I sabotaged your feed.
Even though we were never on the same page, we were always feuding. It was always a pleasure because it was almost like a human chess match with stables.
Yeah. Like I said, when I started to think about it, it was organic. I had no idea who I was going to add. And then when I thought about the ladies, the first thing that popped in my head was who is not active now. That was a big part of the show. And it didn't take long for me to figure out Tiny, Mrs. Utaker, one of the first ones. I remember a story about Tiny because like 3 years into YouTube, there was a little metric where you can pull up whoever had the most comments. And it would tell you literally rank them. Number 1, number 2, who had the most. I never really brought that out because that wasn't really a metric that everyone needed to know or made a difference because you're all that important. But Mrs. Utaker and Jake Bagwell were always number 1 and number 2. And I appreciate the involvement wasn't always just your character on screen. It had more to do with the channel, with me, and I appreciated that. And these 4 individuals, like I said, Bill Haight was the one that started this company with me a long, long time ago. Let's bring up the graphic with all 4 of them. As we celebrate these 4 individuals, we're going to talk a little more in depth about each one. But as a whole first, Bill Haight was a member of Ruthless Incorporated that I battled with for the first years of LTD. Raven was been a Battle Queen champ and a Double Duchess champ twice. Sean Shamrock, like he said on his thing, the Shonky Tonk Man, Sean Nerva, I don't know if you remember Hot Shot Harrison. I mean, he had a bunch of different nicknames. Rocky Mercy when he came back to try to fool us all.
I was going to go there.
But he's a 3-time world champ, former tag champ, and did win a stable war. So he was also on my side a lot, but on the other side as well. So we're going to talk individually. I mean, you gave a brief little oversee about, like I said, too, personally, inside and outside of the game, you got connections with all 4 of these. Raven and Mordrin,
Yes,
obviously. A crazy past and a very happy ending to the future, I would say, in that story. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, my lovely wife.
It should be a book, in my opinion.
That alone could have told you I was going to be here.
So her is
you don't stay married long.
No,
you miss a Great Hall induction.
Exactly. Sean Norma Bates. Yes, that was another one, of course. Couldn't forget that one. John Breakdown in the building. So these are the 4. Like I said, didn't take long for me to think of Tiny and Raven. Bill Haight, I tried my hardest never to induct him because Ruthless Incorporated was always such a thorn in my side. And boy, has it turned into this monster in the Digital Wrestling Syndicate too. Luckily, not here anymore. We have remnants of it. Luckily, no eternity here anymore, but we definitely have tons of remnants of it. And that's just Blaised speaking from experience. But let's go over each of these 4 and talk a little more about them. First of all, we heard from Sean Shamrock earlier tonight. You kind of alluded a little bit to, like my with him, I tagged with him in some companies, but he was always seemed to be on the other side of me here in LTD. And he did fight with Eternity the one year. He fought with Ruthless, I should say, I believe. I think it was in the first one. I didn't dig up those, but
no, he never fought with Eternity.
It was Ruthless.
Yeah,
him and Rob both fought with Ruthless.
Always had respect.
So Sean Shamrock,
many awards between Shamrock and Boots and Blood.
Yeah, that's true too, because the tag teams, those 2 battled millions of times. He was part of Ruthless for like 30 seconds. Yeah, I know his son's still here, so that's why I said there's still remnants, there's still parts, even though they have a stable war with victory, and so does Ruthless. I can't take that out of this record books. It happened. So Sean Shamrock, definitely a legend. I mean, the match between you and him as well, and all the matches over time. I mean, you guys are both 3-time world champs.
Yeah, and I will forever be personally indebted to him for agreeing to help send me off.
Yeah, that was a crazy ride, man. That was a real fun package to put together because we did a little bit of everything. Like we had some people pick matches, we had multi-man matches, tag matches, single matches, rookies that you never thought you'd fight, legends that you haven't fought if you fought a million times. So we got a little bit of everything in that to send someone off. It was really a good time. Colors, especially shades of red. Oh, man. Chuck and Matt Storm, you guys out there are off your rocker. I'm going to take care of that on the show later. You're going to take care of that later on. Yeah, I'm glad he asked and you answered. I tried to get you back in the ring. Never mind. That's a whole nother story.
Again, I appreciate it and welcome as well to the Great Hall.
Mrs. U-Taker, let's talk about Tiny. And, and that's another thing that talk about for and against. I mean, you fought against the U-Takers. You fought with the U-Takers. And the connections like between these are really strange. Like this about Bill helping Mrs. U-Taker and stuff. Like things come out that you never. Oh, have to remind us of the Triple Nipple Championship. Don't make me bring that back. So I mean, we could sit here and talk about Mrs. U-Taker forever. One of the most loyal people to the channel, to the company. Everything she's done, the creativity, helping run the chat, everything that Mrs. U-Taker and the legacy that will continue with Angelita, with others. I mean, it's just, I can't get away from Nightwalkers and U-Takers. They're around forever. So let's bring
and a little trivia.
Is there anything else you want to say about Mrs. U-Taker before we bring her on, I should say?
Yeah. Little trivia part is she's one of the only 2 people. You mentioned all the wars with Ruthless and Eternity. she was on both.
That's true. Very true. Very true.
But I mean, definitely when she came over, and this is a part that I'm gonna break a little bit of the fourth wall, but it shows to the character and how she's so deserving of this honor. There was a period that a lot of people know I wasn't around much. I didn't feel like me. And she was the one that stepped up and kept everything rolling with Eternity in the various companies. Without being asked, she just did it.
It's true. It's very true. I never really thought of it that way, to be honest, either. The glue, it holds a lot together, I would say, and a very honorable and definitely well-deserving addition to our great hall. The legacy of her name and names will continue forever, ladies and gentlemen. One of the newest members of the Great Hall. Well, hello there, Tiny Taker. Mrs. U-Taker's here. She might be here. Tiny, welcome in.
He broke me. Morgan finally broke me.
I was trying to get you on before you got broken, but
no, I would have broken a long time ago. But Mordrin is right. The irony of this class has not left me. Bill Haight was my mentor. When I first arrived with Cassie, she brought me over and said, "Hey, digital is the thing. You gotta see this, sis." And I'm like, "All right, I'll do it." LTD grabbed me. RWO grabbed me. But what Greg, and I will say your name too, what Greg did on LTD was far different, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And from the moment I stepped in the chat, Bill Haight and some of the others that ended up being ruthless were the first ones to greet me. Mordrin and Jake Bagwell and Mark Caliber, but then women weren't involved. So it just evolved into the women then becoming valets. Blaised says, "You know what? I'm going to try to get these women involved somehow."
It was Valet Wednesday. I felt so bad about that because I didn't want to be a womanizer that only let him valet, but I had a plan.
You had a plan.
You guys had to be patient. That's all. Go ahead.
Right.
I'm sorry.
So Raven was a valet and I was valet with Bill. It was always understood.
Oh, yeah.
Yet the contract was never signed that I was going to fly with the Ruthless banner at the second Stable Wars. You evolved it into the Battle Queen, and you allowed the valets to valet the men. And if the men won, the women would get into the final Battle Royal.
Yep.
If the men lost,
that made me nervous too. I was like, now the men are determined in their fights. These ladies are gonna fucking hate me.
Well, but
it was all part of the plan. I'm serious.
Bill Haight lost. So here I was. I had to go into a table match to get to the Battle Royal. I won the table match. So then I'm in the Battle Royal. And of course, Bill is going all over. "I am so sorry. I messed up. I fucked up. I'm fucked up, Mrs. U. I get this done." So I ended up winning the first Battle Queen name. And it wasn't a title. It was a name.
Right.
Still no contract signed. Stable Wars 2 showed up. And
see, hold on before you go any further. And I'm not gonna pull anyone's card on their names like people are on me today, but we got KK here in the chat, and I got K and K below me, but I'll just leave it at that. Proceed. I had to get a little bit of a dig back in.
Oh, you're like a little cookie. But
yeah, like a kid that can't be one up.
Yeah. So Mordrin Nightwalker made the call to U-Taker, and U-Taker became the special mystery member of Eternity. Well, of course, if the husband goes to Eternity, there was no contract. So guess what? The first named Battle Queen went to Eternity. So yeah, Mordrin was right. I flew both flags. But Eternity, 3 fingers to the right, is where I ended and retired. So, but yeah, the irony is not like, and Raven in and out of the game is like a sister to me. Sean has been, he has been just wonderful. He don't even know sometimes. He was the one that kept.
He needs to hear it though.
Yeah, he
deserves every pat on the back we could give him. He really does. He doesn't get half the shine he deserves, in my opinion.
It's not just Greg, Sean. It's you too.
But I literally did not have a plan. I did not think of how these 4 connect and how the history unravels in between all 4. I did not plan that. I just thought of the first 4 people that I have in the stack of characters in the back that aren't active anymore that deserve to be in it. And these are the first 4. It made total sense. And I didn't even put 2 and 2 together until I had it sit down and people start telling me. I was like all 4 of them are connected in so many ways that it makes total sense. And the fact that Mordrin and Mr. U and the others were just inducted, like the lineage has started. Like I know what this great hall is. I was very nervous about doing it. Now I know what it is. It's a way for us to honor those who aren't active anymore and keep their legacy going, because you guys deserve it. It's not about me and what I do with the company. I do bust my ass and work really hard every day with all this shit, more than you guys will ever know. And some of you do, but you guys need the reward. I mean, that's why I started the TeePublic store, because I just wanted people to see that they had merchandise. I didn't plan on selling anything. I just wanted to see people have their own merchandise. Because if you're a wrestling star, you want to see yourself have these cards. I mean, that was such a creative part where I'm using, my digital, creative background and my marketing degree that I never thought I'd use, making what I'd love to do is advertising, is the commercials for the stuff that we do, is the cards that we make. And I planned on having the new cards for 23 ready today, but with the induction, I'll save it for December to do that. And we do have big news on what's going to happen in the beginning of November for the first time ever, but I'm making you guys wait for Halloween show for that one. So Mrs. U-Taker, I'm going to keep you on here for the next ones too, as we talk about the rest of them. But I mean, a 3-time Battle Queen champ, double Duchess, and you guys kind of explained it enough. The fact that, the teams even like the Dark Alliance, which we had for a while.
Yes.
Mrs. U-Taker was never afraid to step up and lead in any of those teams.
Nope.
And piss off as many people as she can in the process.
Hey, and it was, I learned well the Mordrin Nightwalker loophole. You said Eternity couldn't keep going.
Yes,
the name Eternity couldn't keep going. Guess what? The Heroic Alliance became the Dark Alliance.
Which pretty much was Eternity. I know. I tried to deny it, but you're right.
Yeah, everybody on there was always Eternity. But yeah.
That was the way to, I get a win and you guys got to win as well.
We got to win.
It was like one of those. Like I wanted to be able to say 5 years later, no more Ruthless, no more Eternity in this company. And now I can say that. But this is wrestling, so never say never.
Yep.
There's some never say never.
I still get that itch every so often.
I can't wait to show you guys the surprises today, Monday and Tuesday. I apologize now, but ahead of time, it's going to be pretty wild. So the Enchanted Raven, with the time difference, sometimes we can't get her on here or anything, and she has taken her hiatus, her leave, and man, always entertaining, always keeping you on the edge of your seat.
I was hoping we would be both in the booth, because you always lose control when me and Raven are in the booth.
Always dirty and nasty, and I love it like that. Always bring out the worst of me, and that's why I really enjoyed the ladies, because the crew of ladies that we had, that I saw on Susie's show and other shows, and the ones that just kept coming to my shows, even though they didn't have characters. The most gentle way of saying it without someone thinking it was me kissing ass or knocking them down. Strong personalities, let's say, in all the ladies that we have.
Yes, she was the dirty birdie, and I was the feisty tiny one.
Throw in those like Cassie and Goddess, with people like Raven and Shulky and Tiny, and you got yourself. I guess I should pat myself on the back that that I haven't gone literally even crazier with all you women in this company with me, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. And for a lot of you ladies that don't like someone else that's on the roster, I thank you and love you even more, because that's not what this game should be about. I know there's some people that aren't on my roster anymore because it's someone else that's on the roster. And if it is like that, please don't play. That's no problem. But I know a lot of people on my roster literally don't like some of the other people on the roster, but they put that aside for me, for what we're doing here as a group. I can't explain how much that means. I mean, I'll be real, and I'm out in Kelly and Goddess, because there was a point where they couldn't stand each other, and I thought, how can I get rid of either one? I love them both. They couldn't stand each other. Let me think. I don't know, Mordrin and Raven, you're married to her, but I think you were at odds with her for a little bit in the past, right?
Yes.
It's such a great story. It needs to be a book. Did I hear that somewhere before?
Yeah, it's ironic because we were married before.
I would have never, after a conversation I had with you and one with her separately about what had happened in the past that I didn't know about, I would have never guessed that you would be ever associated with each other ever again.
Yeah, and we had that
all in game, people, all in game.
We couldn't stand each other, and then she was looking to make a comeback into the ring. I offered to help. There was a mixed tournament coming up. I asked her to be my partner during it, and realized we didn't hate each other as much as we did.
These are shining examples to me that I want everyone to realize.
I was the one that had kind of did that tournament on my show too.
For number one, you don't have to like everyone on this roster to enjoy what we do. If it's really bad, there is a block button so you don't see that person's comments. Now, I know it still shows up on screen, but I really, and I wanted to mention this, and I did once, and I will again, I probably will a lot, cannot thank people enough for sticking with me, even though they may not like someone on the roster. My DMs, I say it all the time, are always open. And whether it's in or out of character, you can always talk to me. I've had people come to me and say, hey, me and this person outside of the game really don't get along. Something happened. I'll keep them apart from each other. There's reasons certain people are on certain rosters. That's why I did 4 rosters. 3, basically. The women have their own.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. I was not the most pleasant person at one point, so I know quite a few of your roster couldn't stand me.
No, and that's I'm glad you can address it and you'll talk about it, because that's such a great learning experience, because I was there too. I mean, we all were. There was times where I didn't get along with all 4 of these people that are going into my great hall, but I love them to death. You don't have to agree with someone 100% of times to love them, to have them part of what you do and have fun with them. You really don't. And I've learned that more on this platform than I've ever in my entire life. And these 4 people, I would honestly say, not only in game, but outside of game, I love them to death. They made this more fun. They made it more of a challenge to me sometimes. People like Mrs. Utaker, people like Sean were there for me when I needed it the most. When I needed that, you can still do it, or don't let this or that get you down. And that's what I think the unity in the community is all about, is how we uplift each other. We help each other out. We all do this thing that's the same, but everyone does it differently. It's a beautiful thing to me. So to be able to enshrine or induct the characters you guys have created to make their legacy forever. If I have to, slowly but surely, everyone on the active roster will eventually be in the Great Hall, but let's just hope we're all around to see it. And I'm one, if we talked about it with those that we've lost, like Tyler Black, like those that we've lost, like Jack Bayou. I want to celebrate people while we can, not when it's too late. So, and these characters are extensions of us, whether it's part of us that we always wanted to be, or it's the opposite of us, or it's a spitting image of what we are. Whatever your imagination, your character is, I want you to be able to live it here with me. And Mordrin and Tiny have been such a vital part. And I tell you what, there was a point where neither of them even had a character in the company for a while because they decided to take breaks. I respect that. And I say it all the time. Those who left always have a place back, even those who I didn't agree with. You drop into my DMs and we can work something out. I've brought people back. I probably didn't think I'd ever bring Mordrin into the company after I heard what he used to do. I'll be completely honest. And I've had people in the past that are no longer with the company say, if this person's in the company, I will not be. That pretty much signed their way out, because you got to be able to play. And that doesn't make me not like these persons any less. But there's been points where I've heard so many, because I did my background check, and this is no secret. We probably discussed this on a Get Blaised talk show before. And I did my research and found out the issues with certain people from the WU conversion over. I didn't want a part of it. I didn't want the drama. But once I got to know the people behind it, I realized, like I said earlier, not only strong personalities, but Sean, Raven, Bill, and Tiny can get so fucking into character that you don't know what's reality. And that's a good thing to me.
I made no secret I was not here to make friends.
And that can be misconstrued because of we twist reality here. So that's why when people new come into the chat, I've discussed it with all the mods and stuff to be like, this is what we do. These are all characters. So, and I know a lot of social media platforms do not like trash talk because they think it's a real threat. I got a couple Facebook posts taken down from you guys because it was someone saying, I'm going to fucking find you and take you out. And I ain't talking about dinner and a movie. And I'm like, okay.
Hey, I will freely admit I had to kind of backdoor my way back into X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it now, because the first time I got kicked off.
Yeah. But a lot of us had to take our characters and dumb them down a little bit for the digital era. It's not like WU. We had to dumb our characters down and kind of take away a lot of the edginess. I did, and a lot of you guys did too. It's a different type of game, but we've evolved. And a lot of you that have been here since day one have evolved your characters from a completely different game to be able to work here. Because for those that don't know, WU, Wrestler Unstoppable, you press the buttons on which move you want your character to use. You type out everything that here you got to rely more on me as the dungeon master, the show creator, to take your character. Feed me the stuff in the live chat. Feed me the stuff in DMs. It's a different animal. It's not the same. And a lot of people that came over fucking hated the fact they didn't have any control over how their character fought. And I understand that because so many people get so invested. Gregory Blakely, Dragonheart, is a great example. People get so confused. They think he's really hating on people. The dude is always in character, people. You got to understand that. He's always in character. And the passion I wish more people had. You two have done the same thing. Yeah, confuse me sometimes. I'm like, man, are they really being fucking assholes to people? And then I realized that's the character. You got to see through it, and it's not easy for people on the outside looking in.
And Blaze, since you touched on it, I'll kind of tell you, I love you like your brother. You know that. But if I'd have came over here the way I exited the other, you'd have had a coronary.
Oh, no shit. No shit. I did my research, man. I knew. Plus, I was in that company too, so I could go research and look at all the old posts and all the forums and shit that was up and see and get proof myself. I wasn't taking anybody's word for it because everyone's out to knock everybody else down. It's the wrestling business.
Emphasis on the word bastard.
Yeah. So, so let these four people be a shining example of, and I think I can talk on all four of them. They can be good guys and they could be bad guys and they could get themselves over either way. I think that goes for all four of these. Bill Haight more so never saw the good guy side, but I never saw a good side of Bill. Before, there was a time when I tried to coerce Bill Haight and Blaze were actually on the same page for a while before Ruthless reignited. It was Bones and Bruticus is what his original name was, Bones, and his tag team partner was Bruticus.
Yep.
And before, I mean, I tried to eliminate Ruthless a million times over in the former Efed world. I didn't have as much control over it here because it just turned into a freaking monster. But these four exude everything that I would want in someone in the hall. Bill Haight, the story about him that I always loved to tell is he had nothing to do with this digital era, but he had a lot to do with the first one. He was a writer for me, and I did not find out. He wrote matches and he wrote segments for me. I normally had 4 or 5 writers when I did the Efed that way. I did the opening, I did, the segments in between, and I put the matches in there. We discussed the result, and they wrote the matches. So I didn't do a lot of writing. I have a reading deficiency, so I can't, a lot of that I don't comprehend. So the big long promos and stuff, I could write them. I couldn't comprehend and read and bring over from other people's promos. So I had a deficiency that I had to learn to deal with. I didn't realize until this guy popped up in one of the Pete's chats as Bill Haight. And I'm thinking, that's a common name. That could be someone else that calls himself Bill Haight. Sure enough, he remembered Blaised. It was him. And then in a later discussion, he admitted that he has dyslexia. And he was a writer for me, for fuck's sake. Now, I'm the type of guy, when someone sent me a promo or a match, I threw it right in Microsoft Word. It automatically highlighted the, the spelling errors and some of the punctuation and shit. I would correct it and go through it. When I wrote, it was never perfect either. But I never knew that Bill's was that. It wasn't that bad. It was really good writing. And so someone who was so nervous to bring out what he could do did for so many years. I didn't find out until this digital era that he suffers from something. But here also, once I got to know a lot of the people in this community, we all suffer from something. And no matter what kind of pain, whether it's emotional, physical, it doesn't matter. We've all found ways around it. Our superpowers. And we do this to get away from it. That positive escapism, because I know a lot of people stick negativity on the word escapism. But here it's all for good. Jessica, Ram, great to see you guys. So, I mean, I'm really glad I didn't want to put it out there, because if you guys couldn't make it, I didn't want to feel bad about it. But I was really hoping, oh, shit, my PlayStation just reset. That means universe mode probably isn't the same now.
Oh, no.
Maybe 15 minutes in between before we go live. I was actually doing the LA match on the boat first and then going into universe mode, which now I'm sure I'm going to have to put the title matches back on too. Plus, there's a late match. It's a huge surprise that I cannot reveal. There's 2 surprise matches today. Oh, boy. Ooh, okay. Went right back to that. So, they're listed as, what are they listed as? One's listed as guess who match, and one's a surprise. Yeah, the one is fun. The one is, I don't know who's in the second one completely. We'll find out. But for Bill Haight, Sean Shamrock, Mrs. Utaker, Enchanted Raven, definitely totally worthy of Great Hall. We'll have another card come out that'll honor those 4 as well. It's really strange to me how organically this happened. I had no plans a week ago to do Great Hall and bring you guys in, or 2 weeks, whatever it has been. But thank you, Tiny, for everything you've done.
No, thank you, Greg.
In, out of the ring, in messages, everything. Mordrin, thank you for everything you do and you've done to help people understand, both of you, to help people understand how this thing works. I think that's one of our major goals now, is we try to, most of the people that we see on a regular basis, they know how everything works. But when we see new names in that chat and everything now, you two and others have done such a great job to, because a lot of us, we're so in character, we just jump all over a new name. But now we know to kind of explain what's happening first.
Guilty.
Yeah, I used to do it too. We trolled the trolls, but now we know to at least take a second.
Oh, I love trolls.
Do it. Yeah, I'll do it in character, and I have a spiel. It's actually written down. I'll repeat in one sentence so they kind of understand what we're doing. And I want to grow the community. I mean, people told me I'm crazy to have 90 people on the roster, but yes, I am. And I love it. And I'll never change it for the world. I can't. I sit and look at my roster every month. There'll be a few names that haven't been around that'll be gone, that we still love, that we'll welcome back. But
I'll say that's more than I've been.
We will continue to evolve, and that's what this is all about. Man, I can't wait to reveal these matches. We got a couple surprises here, so I want to thank Tiny, Mordrin, Sean for that awesome promo. 7 minutes a little long though, fucker. You need to make it a little shorter there, Sean. If you're gonna blab all over in 7.5 minutes, that's too fucking long.
Sean, you dropped the ball. You should have sang my song.
Yeah. It's my song now. I stole it from him, perfected it. He mixes the shifty dance in with it and everything. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. I'm sorry. But I appreciate you guys. And definitely making the show so much better coming on. And this moment, a really good moment, inducting new people and honoring them. And we'll continue. I'm going to try to figure out a way. I know I got inducted to the Wrestling Network's Hall of Fame, and they had my picture up on one of the things. So I'm thinking on trying to get everyone's picture in one to put up on one of the arenas so we can see either all around the barricade or something, every face that's on the Great Hall, so we can honor them. Maybe a new arena, because the easiest way to immortalize what we do is in the game. Right now, I'll go outside a character even more and say that I'm really pissed off that I can't upload any images, but thank you, Mrs. U-Taker.
You're welcome.
For uploading images for me. She gets a sneak peek on some of the arenas and some of the outfits and stuff, because so behind the scenes member of the committee helping out, because my uploader's fucking broke and I can't go upload anything. And I've tried it a million different ways. I go to the website, I do it on a laptop, I do it on a PC, I do it with the same login I've done for 4 years. It'll upload the images. I go to the game, it does not show that they're uploaded. So it's making me want 2K24 even faster. And we'll find out what glitches we got to work around when that one comes around.
All right.
If I go into the game in community creations and go under uploads, it crashes every single time. All I have to do is click uploads and it crashes. So I cannot upload. Luckily, all my creations are done. I can't upload my Halloween arena because every arena I have backed up. I also backed up all my data before I did these fucking costumes, because if it breaks everything like it did, I think 2 years ago, was it maybe 20? Was it 20 maybe? No, we didn't. You only used 20 for like 2 weeks. But last year we didn't do as many costumes because I was afraid of the image limit and everything. And 22 was a pain in the dupa as well. But this year I have 40 costumes. And we're going to do something special with them. A couple surprises today. And then Monday night late, I know Kelly goes live around 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be 11:30 or something, maybe late night. I know we're going to go right into Halloween. We're going Devil's Night into midnight. The anniversary of LTD is the 30th. We'll be live after Raw, so late Monday night. And that match card, I can't wait to go over that. It's fucking incredible. I mean, I almost want it to be like a Sunday show or something for more people, but if you can't catch it live Monday night, catch it Tuesday, but we'll also be live Tuesday for Halloween. I mean, we're going to go over the match cards now, but Tiny, thank you so much.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in your company, to make the comments and battle Jake every month, the top spot. But just thank you in general for just being you and putting on a show that we all love.
And you mentioned Jake. I want to, before I forget, Jake, Drum Monkey, Goddess, one specifically that I know going through something right now. Anybody else out there is going through something, we're with you. We got your back. And whether you're here all the time, no matter what you're going through in your world, emotionally, physically, whatever, I have too. I haven't talked about it, but we're all dealing with something pretty bad, unfortunately. But we're here for each other to help forget about it a little once in a while. There's no magic potion. And if I could spend every dime I had to cure everyone in this community's issues, I would do it. I would totally spend every single penny I have if I could help cure all the problems that you guys deal with. Those who've dropped into DMs, let me know how you're going. Apologize if you can't make it around. Never apologize for that. But it does mean a lot when you do. So, and I know both Mordred and Tiny have been through shit here in the past 6 years, off and on, real life, outside, that we've had to work through. But we're all here for each other, and that's what matters.
Yep.
Love you guys. You guys are awesome, man.
No, love you. You don't get enough credit.
Thank you.
You should take it. Love
that
you
wasn't
too.
for you, Mordred. That was for her. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Never say never, Blaze.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Send us out,
Never
Mord.
say never.
Send us out. You can only leave one way.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the long one just because I haven't done it for a while and it fits the way you do anyway. You know, and like Blaze says all the time, and I've issued many times, you never know what someone's going through. There's no restart. There's no do-over in this life. You get one opportunity to make the most of it for yourself and for everyone else around you. Make the most of it. And I'll see you when I see you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, fuckers.
Bye.
Love it, love it, love it. This show is never going to be an hour. I'm going to tell you that right now. Never be an hour. 8:30 Eastern. Blaised on Monday. All Tiny's farewell. Oh, we have back-to-back. BMWF and LTD is going to rock it on Monday. Back-to-back. And I believe we have Elfie before that. So Susie, Kelly, and Blaze on top. Hey, baby. Hey, now. Monday night for something special. But I want to thank each and every one of you. Let's get down to business now. Let's talk about the now and the future. Masquerade Ball today, people. We celebrate the Halloween season by letting people dress up. And you guys will try to guess who they are. Some of them, when you see their entrance, of course you're going to know who they are. And I'm using universe mode, so I can't change their fucking entrances for you. I was going to change a couple entrances. If we did it all outside of universe mode, we could. But right now, we tried with Goddess, and I tried with a couple other people, Chuck as well. I changed their entrance. It works outside of universe mode, but once I go inside of universe mode, it doesn't. The only fix I can think of, and I just thought of it now when I was talking to Triple Beat on one of his lives before, the old start a new universe mode trick. So if I did wipe out my universe mode and restart it, maybe the entrances would cross over. The light went off into his head too and mine. I think it might work. We might give it a shot. The way I have it all set up, all I have to do is set up the shows. I don't use anything in universe mode but matches. I don't use any of the other shit, the match cards or any of that, play that. So it should not be that bad. Masquerade Ball, bitches. Starting out on the boat. Mark Caliber, Lord Amadeus. I promise you know Lord Amadeus. That didn't work out so well. I put him on a boat. Our cruise liner. Remember, Rex destroyed the first cruise liner. Now we just have the SS Aftermath. Today, Mark Caliber fights him, and Shifty will fight him tomorrow. A mystery person fights LA. As the idea behind it is to get rid of the demon that's on that boat. It's not in LA, but who is it in? We're going to try to find out. Maybe Mark can find out. He needs some redemption after what he did with the damn asylum last year. Fucker. Superheroes. I told you I took his mask, but he got it back. We're going to have Batman versus Iron Man versus Spider-Man. We got to get our Super Nacho Man in there, of course. So Nacho not in costume, but he will be fighting 3 people in costume. We will find out who they are when they make their entrance later on today. Very cool Batman, in my opinion. And I like the old school Spider-Man better than the new one. We did the new one last year. And a very cool Iron Man. We'll find out who they are later on. Oh, the animals have come out in full force. I think Jake Bagwell zoo is empty right now, probably. The evil Winnie the Pooh making an appearance. Oh, my goodness. A gorilla, a cat that's definitely not TJ, a lizard, Scooby freaking Doo, a chicken that's not D-Train, a polar bear, and a tiger. Who in the hell could these people be? Another Guess Who match. It'll be pretty interesting to see if you guys can guess on the way down to the ring who these guys are. A lot of people that have like those photographic memories. Last year, I remember someone going, I know that person's stance. I know who that is. So some of you keep your answers to yourselves until we have the matches. Here's the ladies. We got a black cat. It's good luck in LTD. We have a sheep. We have a tigress. We have a bull. And we have a lady fox. So that will be the 5-way for the women. We'll see if you can guess it later on tonight. Who they are when they come down to the ring. And then on the Halloween show, like I keep saying, a special announcement for the beginning of November. Something we've never done. Azrael Black, now we got the graphic right. It was right the first time, too. I was just drunk. I was ahead of myself. Azrael Black, the second cash-in for the internet title, trying to take it off over Riley Wolf in 2 of our championship matches tonight. The other one is the Battle Queen title. And I've already heard you're not going to want to miss the costumes that these 2 ladies are in. We've seen some freaky deaky shit that Goddess has worn in the past. Whisper and Goddess have guaranteed they will be in costume tonight, but we know who they are. It's just seeing the costumes that they said is a must-see tonight. Oh, boy. So the Masquerade Ball is the first step of 3 huge shows. We'll celebrate the 6th anniversary. We'll induct those 4 members again. They have been inducted now, but we will honor them again on Monday night during the 6th anniversary show. We're going to have a Floors Lava match, a Crazy 8 arena. We'll go through all these different arenas. The Pick Your Poison arena, the Red Lobster arena. Oh, my God. Coffee's kicking in. Game night. MAD arena. Let's take a look at a couple of the matches for that night. If I even have them here. I might not. I don't think I do. No, we're going to talk about this guy first. The Maestro. There you go. Every October, he has infested LTD. I just remind people the year that Judgment and Rex was demonized, and we had to figure it out. Last year, we had issues as well. Yeah, I want those Cheddar Bay biscuits is what I was thinking of. So down in the sewer where I just was, getting some very important items, let me say, to try to exorcise this demon, not out of LA, but out of whoever it's infested. This Graveyard Smash, RAWF and WU, 3 years ago, I went back to that company to fight Lord Amadeus in the Atlanta sewer. I defeated him because I did my research. I knew that was the sewer where he originally manifested. So I took him back to that spot. A few items I had to procure from some individuals within my company that have some power. I did manage to vanquish the demon. It was gone from Lord Amadeus. Not only did I save him from RWF, but LTD as well. 2021, he made his fucking return. Amadeus then found a way to coexist with the demon. Great. Isn't that fantastic? He can control it. It didn't work out that way. So this year I made the necessary arrangements to keep him away from our show in October. Hasn't worked out that greatly. He has had these matches that have been fantastic on the boat. And we'll have another one today. But before this weekend is over, I will identify those infected and I will cure them. Mark my words. I didn't go down this fucking sewer again today for no reason. We will see Lord Amadeus and Shifty tomorrow. Monday night at the anniversary show. We know there was some issues between them back in the day with the star that was stolen and ended up being Shifty's friend, the Great Red Dragon. Very, very weird scenario. I think the Maestro was involved somehow. So Shifty, maybe we can find out on that boat who is infected and fix this problem before it gets worse. Blitzkrieg title will be on the line Monday night. Matt Outlaw will defend it against Ada Nightwalker, Kelly Mavericks, Jay Savage, Phelan Kell, William Styles, Marley Good, Corey Quinn, Cody Hagan, and Dragonheart. We know Dragonheart has had his issues with several individuals, including John Breakdown. But he has an opportunity to grab some gold here. Let's see what he has to say. What's happening?
What it do?
A shot at the Blitzkrieg Championship, my friend. Look at the names. Tell me what you're thinking going into this fight Monday night. Ready to grab some gold?
Yes, but I got a bone to pick with one that took the world title shot from me. And his name is Kelly Maverick. If I give him the boot, that'll send him a good message that one way or another, that title will come to me. And about what was said about Miss Tiny and Mordrin, let me tell you something about those two. Their families made me go through hell. I went to hell and back with everyone. I went to hell and back with that family. And they made me, and I'm better for it. And I'm even more sadistic now.
It's expected.
But there's only one person. But there is but one person that has kept me sane, and she is the mother of my 2 children, too. And she's a competitor in LTD as well.
Oh. So
Yes, I'm talking about you, Lashana Brooks. the mother of Kasumi and Ryo.
So you called one specific person in this match out. I think someone from their camp should get to respond.
Well, hello.
You call someone out and they happen to be here.
Yeah.
So you took his title shot, and now he can take his title shot again.
I mean, it's how the cards fall. I can't control what Kelly Mavericks does in the ring. Kelly Mavericks knows what he's doing. Obviously, he made it to the world title. And he has another shot again. And damn it. He's the start of the morning.
So he singled you out. Matt Outlaw has the title. Who else on that list sticks out for Kelly Mavericks that might try to stop him? Now, he also has another shot, another match that night.
Yes.
We'll talk about that shortly. So how do you keep your eye on one match when you got a world title shot coming up too?
Well, that is a very good question, and I'll have to ask Kelly that when I get backstage again. But what I can tell you is that for this match in particular, I see a lot of names on that board that are credible threats. Dragonheart's one of them. Marley Good, William Styles, Feeling Kel. He's a big guy. He could knock you out of the ring real easily. Matt Outlaw, Aiden Nightwalker. Hell, any of the guys on this board, any of those 10 guys in that match can walk out as the winner. And Kelly has to have eyes in the front and in the back of his head the entire time.
Well said, and that is what we hear from Kelly and Dragonheart going into this big matchup for the championship, the Blitzkrieg, and the numbers game. We don't know what entries that these guys and gals are going to come in at. What number will they fight? That is a determinant, but with the Blitzkrieg rules, it's every 30 seconds. So all 10 have the opportunity to walk out with the Blitzkrieg Championship. And that's Monday night at the 6th anniversary show. It's going to kick off with the Bone Dog versus the Drum Monkey. 2 MAD members fighting in the asylum. Should be mighty interesting. As we go to different arenas for each match at the anniversary, we will play wrestling roulette during this match. Or before it or after it. Nobody can choose number 23. Rob Machete has that number locked up for that. When he doesn't have to type it, he's got it. So it will be a ladder match. So it'll also be ladder chat hangman. So during the game night match, we're going to play some games. We're going to do wrestling roulette probably after the match because ladder chat hangman is during the match. That's Monday. I got to think of a word. I got time. I do have a list of all the words we use though. Crazy 8 championship on the line Monday night. Jamar, the former champion on the far left. Atticus, the current champion on the far right. From Atticus, you have Brother Chuck. He's been dipping into his dark side. I don't know what's gotten into him. TJ Toad, J-Dog, Nightmare, Neo Extreme, Chance Harper, and Jamar. The Crazy 8 title on the line as well. Oh, we talked about the attacks earlier. I can't really discuss much about the big red evil bitch. I have my reasons. But she is back, banned, barred, exiled from this company, but she found a way back. But we're going to leave it up to Shulky to get rid of the big red bitch once again, like she did before. I do have a backup plan if it doesn't work, but please, Lord, don't make me resort to this backup plan. She-Hulk chick, please get rid of the big red bitch and let's put an end to it. Of course, in October, Evil Shulky attacks Cassie, which pissed off a lot of people. And then she abducted Evie, which pissed off even more people. There was a lot of people out to find out who that attacker was. Were we surprised when it was this person? I was. She was never supposed to be allowed back in this company. But neither here nor there. We'll try to eliminate this threat once again. And the floor will be lava. And yes, these two will probably walk right through it. because they're that crazy. World tag title on the line on a brighter side, on a less morbid side. Clinton and Count will defend their tag titles against Joker and Ripper on their quest for the MAD to gather all the gold. Talked about it earlier. Blade Charge defeated Mike Wasson. Mike Wasson was not included in the qualifiers for the next world title shot. There was 16 people that won matches that were. Why wasn't Mike Wasson included? Mike Wasson attacked Blade Charge. The Kelly Mavericks was put back into that triple threat. There was rumors Mike Wasson would be added as a former champ as well to make it a fatal four-way. It wasn't. Kelly Mavericks did the job and earned his match back. So let's go back to Triple Beat real quick and find out what's going through the mind of Kelly Mavericks fighting. Now we are finding out that it won't be back-to-back matches. The Blitzkrieg match has been moved to where the Crazy 8 was and they flip-flop. So it won't be back-to-back matches. So Kelly Mavericks against Blade Charge World Championship in Pittsburgh. I know you've talked to Kelly about this one, so break it down for what's going through his head.
Oh, he's obsessing over it, you know. This is his shot to win the title back. You know, he defended it for the first time in a fatal four-way match. We saw the results of that.
Heel Blaze doesn't like him, I don't think. Heel Blaze really let go on Kelly Mavericks. I don't know what Kelly Mavericks ever did to Heel Blaze, but he let him know about himself the other night.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? You can't always please everybody. And Kelly, I think, has more than proven that he has earned the shot against Blade Charge. He got thrown into a triple threat match to try and qualify for it, and he made it all the way through. And you can't knock him for it. Nope. He lost the belt. You put him in a match to qualify for an opportunity, and he won. You know, you put him against Gav and said, "Hey, you're gonna fight him. The winner goes to that triple threat." He won, and he won the triple threat, and you can't knock him for either of those. He's earning his stripes.
Yes, sir. Very well said. Very well said. Good luck on Monday night. It's going to be actually Tuesday morning when they actually fight into Halloween Day. So good luck to Kelly Mavericks and Blade Charge.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, this weekend's going to define a lot of legacies, people. The way it's all built up. And then Halloween Day comes on Tuesday. Only hours after closing down the 6th anniversary show, we will go right to the Halloween show. Little different look this year for the Halloween arena. No need for a silly nickname that starts with H. But let's look back at the Halloween costumes. Look at this. Ripper was Oscar the Grouch. Wally was John Cena. Sterling Rich was himself. Mark Caliber was a zombie. Oh, he was a zombie longer than just that. He was a real zombie, actually. Rex was Chucky. Wrestling Mama was Wonder Woman. Count Z was Spawn. That was one of my favorite costumes, that Spawn. Jester was a Purge character. Look at the ladies. You had Evil Wonder Woman. The Green Arrow was Susie. Spider Woman, I forget who that was. Schoolgirl, I think, was Cassie. And then that's Cassie dressed up as Shulky on the left. That's the big red bitch dressed up as me. Now, let's move past this. Super Nacho was Batman. He hates Batman, too, if you ever heard him talk about it. Lord Amadeus was Killer Neptune. That's a good one. Blade Charge was Mario. At least he stayed in the same realm. The video game realm, that is. King Skull Wrath was Wolverine. Nightmare was Freddy. We got 2 Freddys this year, a male and a female Freddy. So that's just a blast from the past of some of the Halloween costumes. Philly Halftime's in the building. We're going to unleash the tame costumes today, if you will. The heroes, the animals, and then all the scary costumes. The spookiness comes out on Halloween. I don't even think I have screenshots because you guys got to wait for them. Tag titles are on the line as well. Hot Mama, Wrestling Cheese. Those wouldn't be very good names. It's Wrestling Mama and Hot Cheese. Hot Cheese is cash in for the MAD against Kelly and Emily for the Double Duchess Tag Team Championships. I know there's something else. Come on. Crushing Kelly, a shot at the Tap Out Princess Championship. Kelly will be in costume. I'm not sure what it will be. Will Cassie be in costume? I don't know. Hopefully she's not wearing hardly anything. I love those costumes. Not to be a sexist, but most Halloween women's costumes are just slutty this or slutty that. Slutty cop, slutty pirate, slutty nurse pirate, slutty cowboy nurse pirate cop. I love them all. I have a feeling some of these costumes are also going to piss me off. I don't know what to expect this year. I'm a little nervous. And we will have some of those surprises today as well. Lord help us all. Atticus Black versus Mark Caliber Lethal Championship, both MAD members. That will close out our weekend. The Lethal title, our longest championship that we've held. The roster for November, if your name's missing, you haven't been here for a while. You're always welcome back. A DM away from returning. Just a little bit of shifts here and there. We'll talk more about that later on. There's some names that aren't going to be missing. Before we go, I do have two more people in the chat. I want to at least get their ideas on what's going down this weekend. And always a pleasure to have this one on here in the mind. Let's get into the mind of Odds Cornet. Welcome.
Greetings and salutations.
So, Odds Cornet, you've been in behind the scenes and the brain trust of so many great performers in the Digital Wrestling Syndicate. What do you think about this crazy weekend of title shots and Guess Who costumes and everything here in LT? What are you most looking forward to from we just talked about?
It has been crazy. I can't wait for the costumes.
I can't wait till you see some of them today.
I can't wait for the costumes. I can't wait to see some of the slutty ones.
I don't know. Maybe there won't be any slutty ones. I was just throwing that out there because there normally are.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I can wear a thong if you want me to and show off. Too bad D-Train's not around. He used to wear a thong every once in a while, too. You know, seeing that caboose from that train. How about it?
Oh, good heavens.
So, like I said, what are you most looking forward to?
You were down in the sewer earlier. I hope you had some Radaway and some Radex to get rid of.
I gotta do what I gotta do, Odds. This demon shit with Maestro, I can't have it. So I know what I need to do to help get rid of these demons. I've done it before.
Yeah, apparently shooting a couple rad roaches down there too.
Yeah, it stunk like ass and piss and death and dirty, moldy, burning, wet dog hair. It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
right?
down in those areas, you normally go down in power armor, but anyway.
Okay, Gav will wear a slutty outfit for you.
Oh, good heavens!
I thought Kelly typed slutty Nightbot. We did have someone dress up as Nightbot before. I think it was Shifty one year. I forget who the other one was. Well, as always, I love getting the thoughts of Odds Cornet, the maniac mind of Odds Cornet, and in the world here of LTD.
Always glad to be here.
Any wise words from Odds before we jettison into the arena that's behind me to have the Masquerade Ball?
It's all about fun. Let's have some fun.
Odds Cornet is dressed up as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. If you see him walking around outside, do not shoot him with. Do not cross the streams. Do not cross. do not cross the streams, everybody. That goes for you guys in the bathroom too. And if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. Speaking of playing with it, speaking of our final person, just to get some thoughts on today, let's bring on the ominous Andy Price.
Hey, Blaze.
Welcome in. What wise words does Andy Price have for us going into these big three supercards?
Well, I think Morden's summed it up. A lot of legacies on the line because it's been very interesting what's been happening lately. Lot of talking up, a lot of guys talking themselves up, guys wanting title shots without not yet earning them. So it's all been noted and taken down. But yeah, just I don't know if it's the demon, as you said, that's been causing all that, but everything's just been a little chaotic.
We've seen what's
lately.
happened to Matt Storm. We've seen what's happened to John Breakdown.
Yes.
We've seen the transformation that you've gone through. I can
Yes.
add 2 + 2, and I know it's 5.
Maybe,
So let me just ask you
Blaised,
straightforward and cut
maybe.
right to the chase. Do you have the Maestro demon inside of you? Is that why you've gone darker? Is that why you shave your head? Is that why you've turned to the dark side? Is it the Maestro's demon? I need to know. Or do you not even know?
Please. I don't know, but it'll be time. The time when you and LTD need to know, you will know. But as I say, the time will be very soon. And that's all I'm going to say.
Well, thanks for nothing, Andy Price. Thanks for nothing. We got the Masquerade Ball coming up right now, folks. But before we say adieu, we got one more thing I'd like to do. And we're going to take a look at the thing that I constantly tell you guys to check out. Bookmark it. That's the website. Let's take a look real quick. If I can do this. And make sure you guys can see it. All right, so here's what we have in store coming up. The Masquerade Ball today. We have the Mystery Guess Who match, the second match. So please jump right over there. We have the Superhero Triple Threat match, which is now a Fatal 4-Way with Super Nacho. We have 2 championships, which is the Internet title and the Battle Queen title. The Battle Queen animals, the Crazy 8, and we got a bunch of animals like a fucking farm or a zoo here today, so beware. The anniversary show Monday night after Raw. Boondog and Drum kick us off. LA and Shifty. We're gonna play some games. We got Crazy 8. We got the tag titles, the Blitzkrieg title, the world title. We talked about Evil Shulky and Shulky. Can't wait to get that over with. Can't wait to get Halloween over with. End of October. November is a new start. We do have a big announcement on Halloween Day about what is going to start the month out. We know title tournaments for title shots are going to be later on in the tag team divisions. But who is Lord Amadeus going to fight? What Crazy 8 costumes from the Masquerade Ball are we going to carry over? Or there's rumors this could be a War Games. I know there are some individuals that want to fight these people that have been infested or think that they're infested. I know there's no stables other than the MAD, but I wouldn't be against taking all these, turning to their dark side, put them up against a group of guys to try to eliminate those demons in a War Games. Nightmare versus an alien. Oh, my goodness. A werewolf versus Jason versus Freddy versus Pennywise. And we also have Battle Queen, Horror, Crazy 8. There might be only 6 of them now. Cougar. This is actually Cassie versus Kelly. And Atticus versus Caliber. There's the month of October, folks. It has been insane. And I'm real little now. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys and gals for being a part of the show. Matt Storm needs help. Someone send an ambulance. We're going to get down to business. We're going to answer some questions today. But Monday night and Tuesday, we'll also answer more questions. We're going to go live right here in this arena in a couple minutes, 5:08, probably 5:20, maybe just before 5:30. You guys got about 10 minutes. Go grab a drink, grab a snack, take a shit, whatever you got to do. Take a piss. Congratulations once again to Mrs. Utaker, Enchanted Raven, Bill Haight, and Sean Shamrock. Today will be a fun Masquerade Ball, but it's about to get evil around here, I'm afraid, folks. not really thrilled about it. No Maestro music. We're not doing that. He's not here. No. Make me little again! Oh my God. He's here? He's in the arena? No, they're on the boat? Match number 1 coming up shortly, folks. Fucking Maestro's being in his ear. And I just said we're going to have a nice, easy, fun show. I curse myself. I hate this music. I'd rather do it for the Yeti. Anything. We'll be live shortly, folks. Stay tuned. Atlanta, Georgia. I went to the sewer and did what I needed to do. I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of the show. Masquerade Ball. Halloween, the 6th anniversary in LTD. And as much as I tried to keep the Maestro out, he's here. He's fucking here. The innocent people! Just a minute, we'll be live for the Masquerade Ball! Get Blaised! Get Blaised! Blaised.